Hello everybody and welcome back to our House Clegane playthrough here on Crusader Kings 2, A Game of Thrones. Now, it's been a while since I've played this particular save, so I do apologise if it seems like sometimes I'm having to catch up with things. It's been a long time since I've actually played this series. Essentially, I kind of stockpiled a couple of episodes. It's been at least sort of 3 weeks maybe since I've been on this save, and since then I kind of forgot a lot of things, basically. So if it looks like I'm confused, do just bear with me. I am trying to get back into it. But we are playing as Claude Clegane, a descendant of course, Gregor the Mountain That Rise. We're actually his grandson. And are very split up sort of areas of land at the moment. We do have a claim on Goldshire and Sarsfield, but at the moment we hold Fang Tower, Tendring and Oxcross, which is a bit of a weird sort of series of things. Oxcross, of course, is mentioned in the series. It's where one of the battles takes place between Robb and the Lannister forces. So we now control that, and we are looking to take Sarsfield and Goldshire. That would give us this High Lordship here of Sarsfield, which means we could then start to give out some of our land to our children eventually. Because what's happened, if you haven't kind of been keeping up with the series, we actually controlled Fang Tower, Tendring and Lannisport. As you can see now, though, our brother Braun took Lannisport. When our father died, Arnold the Ruthless, he was executed by King Tion. Unfortunately, our regent gave Lannisport to our brother, so we did lose some land and take a step back, but we're slowly starting to build ourselves up. We are in a lot of debt, unfortunately. King Tion wants us to be a commander, we'll accept that. My son Dunstan has a tender and loving soul, trusting everyone in the castle. I fear he'll get hurt someday. So we can say, those who get love in return. Those who love get love in return, which gives him the kind trait. We can show him off to the court and upset everyone. We can thank the smith for Dunstan's virtues, which could give him the envious trait, or we could tender soul. I'll give him a tender back, which make him either envious or kind. I think we'll go for the top one, make him a kind boy. Why not? Our son and heir is Dunstan, so he will be taking over our lands eventually. He needs to find a potential marriage. We'll probably have to look at that later on. I'll set the game playing so we can start to sort of tick through the years, basically. Now, unfortunately, I think we do have we have a truce with the Lord of Sarsfield for 10 years. So we're not going to be able to take Sarsfield for up to 10 years, which is a bit upsetting, but we'll have to deal with it. Poachers have been seen in Fang Tower, so I should probably send my Spymaster Jonquil and my Marshal Sir Otho to investigate the matter. So we can say they have more important things to do, or poachers will be eliminated. Well, I don't want poachers on my land. That's a bad thing. That's always going to be a bad thing. I don't want that. Oh, we apparently have some prisoners. I'm not quite sure where from. We'll try and ransom them and get some gold if we can. They managed to catch those poachers. We got a little bit of gold from ransoming those prisoners. I think we'll just release the rest. Oh no, we can ransom him, one of the Hedge Knights. We'll release the other Hedge Knight, and we'll release... should we release Timus? Yeah, because he's not actually the heir. I don't quite know what his relation is. So, if he was the heir to the land, I would keep him. But for now, it's fine. Justice of the Golden Tooth, Sir Garin of Pendrick Hills has bribed and threatened his way through my domain, trying to get enough people to recognise a claim on my title. They took it. Okay, so the Lord of the Golden Tooth now has a claim on Oxcross, which is a bit weird because he can't really do anything about it. Because if he wants to take Oxcross, he's going to have to declare war basically on King Tion, which I don't think is going to work. Apparently we've had a son. I completely missed that. We've had a genius son. That is brilliant. Okay, that is really useful, actually. I don't think any of my other sons are genius. No. It's a bit of a shame he's not our heir, because he would be a very good character to play as, but at least he'll be useful later on. He can hopefully serve whoever my heir is. At the moment, it is Dunstan. So that is decent. We did marry Lady Margot because she's a genius, so it's nice to see at least one of our children got that trait. Apparently one of my sons needs tutoring as well. We'll tutor him as well if we can, because we are a very good commander. 22 martial skill and a formidable fighter, so hopefully we can make one of our sons at least a formidable fighter. I've invited people in my court to take part in a war game in which we practice defending our land from invading enemies. We'll use wooden models to represent invading armies, and I shall have to use clever tactics to defeat my opponent. This will be fun, apparently. We are on the... we're defending while Emberley will be leading the invading forces. Emberley Frey, my courtier. Let's see what their tactic is. At the beginning of the war game, the enemy quickly tries to advance up the hills in the area to get a strategical advantage. So we can either bring all our forces to contest the ground or rush forward with a light skirmish force between their force before their force reach the hill. We'll bring all our forces up the hill, I guess. The enemy ascends the hill quickly alongside our troops. As we reach the top of the hill simultaneously, our armies clash in an outright brawl. Jonquiel suggests that we should break the enemy's side flank. So we can either spread out heavy and light troops evenly along the line, focus our troops in the centre, or put all available troops on the left flank. Well, that's what our Spy Master wants us to do, so I guess we'll agree with her. Put all available troops on the left flank. It stops her being angry with us. In the melee struggle, our side flank is the first to falter as the tied troops leave a clear opportunity for opponents to take advantage of. We're quickly overpowered, and our opponent stands as the indisputable victor. Well, that's the last time I listened to my Spy Master in this case. We lose 10 prestige, but it's not too bad. Arnold asks, Daddy, where do children come from? Oh dear. He's 1 year old, apparently. Fair enough. So we can either say, we'll tell him when he gets older, give him the talk, or be silent and I'll slap you. We'll go for the top one. Oh, he's become diligent. That's good. I wasn't quite expecting it to go that well, but there we go. Turned out alright. So, we are basically, again, as we've had a couple of episodes with this series, Podrick Payne died. Oh, and he didn't even have any children. That made me sad now. I didn't want that. Oh dear. Oberyn Martell's still alive somehow. I'm not quite sure how. Oh, it's a different Oberyn, that's why. That'd make more sense. Fair enough. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying that unfortunately we have had quite a few episodes in this series where we have just been waiting around. And this is going to be another one because we can't attack them for 10 years, which is... I mean, we can, but we suffer a huge prestige penalty. Prestige penalty. And apparently we don't have a valid claim. What? Is he not the High Lord? Apparently he is. So why can't I... What? I'm confused. It says I have a claim. With weak claims on SARS... Are we going to have to... Okay, I'm confused now. I think the best course is just to try and fabricate another claim, see if that works or not. In my studies of warfare, I've come to realise that clever tactics on the battlefield is only part of the story. There are other disciplines of equal importance. So we can try and inspire the men, we can be better as a siege leader, or be an organiser, which increases the army's speed. What do we have so far? Currently we're unyielding, which gives us good morale. So I think we'll go for inspiring leader. Be a real inspiration on the battlefield, and with our unyielding men we'll be able to win the day. We do have quite a lot of soldiers on our side, which is of benefit, but yeah, I'm not quite sure why our claims aren't essentially not working. Because we definitely have a claim on both of them. We have a claim on Lannisport as well. And we can clearly, we can just declare war on him. Your son Victor always follows the rules and refuses to cheat when playing games with the older children, so we can make him become honourable or deceitful or ruthless even. We'll go with honourable. He'll be an honourable young lad. Hopefully eventually train in the sort of ways of martial and swordship and become a great knight in the future. Maybe. If he survives. Who knows. With the Cleganes, things tend to happen to us very quickly. The example being my father, who was sort of arrested and then a couple of days later hanged without a trial, which was very annoying to say the least. My liege, since I've arrived in Fang Tower, there's never been a shortage of soldiers reinforcing the troop station there. So we get extra levy reinforcement in Fang Tower, which is nice. Yeah, I'm really confused. If someone has an answer, I'll be happy to know it. Why we can't declare war, and it says we don't have a valid claim. My ward Dunson came running for me, tears streaming down his face and snot creeping towards his mouth. Claude, please help me. Why does my son call me Claude? That's not very nice. Disrespectful child. The other children are not nice to me. We can say, why should I care, which gives him the stress trait. You'll grow strong from that, which gives him a chance to gain martial, but also makes him stress. Or we can punish Sabbather. Well, we'll punish Sabbather then, surely. A small spear throwing competition could be entertaining. It's also a great way to enliven your battle technique. Maybe you should arrange a contest at your court. We'll hold a spear throwing competition. Apparently Peter Mallister threw his the furthest. Fair enough. I'm quite surprised we didn't, considering we're strong, but there we go. Violence seems to be able to solve all your problems. Life is easier when you can simply smash things into submission. So we gain the trait Wrath. I guess that kind of makes sense for a Clegane, really, to be wrathful and angry. It improves our martial as well, which is always nice. We're a very focused character, unlike some other characters we've had. That's a very strange portrait. Sorry, I just noticed that as it popped up. I'm not quite sure why that popped up, but there we go. Why is it saying... Oh, okay, from our last war. I was wondering if we had vassals levies raised at the moment, which I would have been very confused about. I do need another diplomat. I saw that his skill wasn't the best, so I'll be looking for one just sort of in the background. Someone who will hopefully join our corps. We don't want a ruler. And I think they have... To, oh, no, I don't think they have to be men. I think they can be either. We'll find out, I guess. Trying to find a good diplomat or justiciar to speed up getting these claims a little bit. Because I'm a bit annoyed. We've got one there who is the justiciar of Atterdale who will join us. I'm hoping they can be male or female because she is very good at her job. So we'll invite her to our court. We'll probably invite another man as well, just in case women can't hold that position. I think they can, if I'm remembering correctly, but I'll have to just be safe and hopefully find someone else. There's Michael. I'm going to call him Michael. Michael Tollett, a Valeman. We'll invite him as well, just in case we need him. If a woman can't hold the title of justiciar, I think they can though. We'll find out. She's arrived at our court, so no, they can't. Okay, so 17 still a good score for a justiciar. So we'll aim to get a claim on Sarsfield first. I'm hoping the game hasn't slightly messed up and is now saying I can't attack them, because I definitely do have a claim, which is strange. It's saying I don't. Should also be looking for a partner for our son, because he's 13 now. I mean, there is a Princess of the Iron Throne, which I saw immediately. There's someone with a Valyrian steel sword. Sorry, I don't care about anything else. I want a Valyrian steel sword. Give it to me now. That would be awesome if they could inherit... Because... Hang on, let's check this. I may have made a mistake there, but I think... Because we can have a look at the rules of inheritance here. Yeah, so... If they have a son, then he'll inherit the sword. Okay, so what we may have done there, very briefly, is just got a Valyrian steel sword for our family, which would be pretty hilarious. Now, I am still looking for good traits, because I feel like it's useful to get a good sort of selection, but I'm not seeing any that stand out immediately. There's a couple of strong and huge ones, but possibly, I think, they said there was a, yeah, Princess Taita. I mean, she's technically my, oh no, we're not really related, that's fine then. Yeah, I think that might be a good match actually for us, for Victor. Just gets him some prestige. Oh, let's do this the other way around. It's confusing me otherwise. So, Princess Taita of the Iron Throne. Apparently we lose 200 prestige for some reason. Okay, maybe we won't do that. We'll leave him for now because he's still very young. I just wanted to make sure that my heir had a wife as soon as possible. And there we go. A Lady Lyra Valkin has Stranger's Mercy. Can't remember who Stranger's Mercy... Oh, is that a new sword? I can't remember. Someone will probably know if Stranger's Mercy is actually a sword. My brother wants to invite me to a tournament. I will go and attend. I will take part in his tournament. I am still very annoyed that he took our land. It's quite frustrating. Just have a son, though, who is ill at the moment, so at least they have some inheritance. My court physician just died, my maester, so I need to get a new one from the Citadel. It's going to cost me a little bit of money, but nothing too bad. We are no longer in debt as well, which is nice to see. So we've been drawn against Otho Wayne, my Master at Arms. He's got a good duel skill of 10. What's ours? Ours is 16.5, so realistically we should win. But as we've seen a lot of the time, tournaments are very strange. I am skipping through this quite quickly because we've done a lot of tournaments already. I feel like people know whether I've hit or missed. We managed to hit him, but he didn't fall off. Our new Maester is here, Maester Colin. Good old Colin. Good learning skill 16, that's useful. Managed to hit him again, this time surely. Okay, we didn't knock him off this time. We hit him a third time in a row, and this time we managed to knock him off. So, took 3 hits, but we managed to beat Otho Wayne. A couple of wars going on. So who do we fight next? We fight Derek Hill. Apparently he's my rival. I don't know why, but fair enough. So we managed to get the first hit on him. Didn't manage to knock him off first time. That would have been pretty good. Victor seems to be interested in the garments some of the courtiers are wearing, yet not in the usual lustful way. Victor is also interested in the fabrics themselves, not just what's underneath them. So we can tell him to stop it, or concentrate on the most important things, or say it's harmless. Now he gains the fashionable trait, which is fine by me. We'll go for the top one. So my son is now fashionable and honourable, so he's turning into a pretty good kid there. We're still fighting Derek Hill. This time we managed to knock him off, luckily, so we move forward into the tournament. Oh, we've won the tournament, in fact. A very small tournament, looks like. Fair enough. Bit of gold, bit of prestige. I'll always accept that. The inheritance of the High Lordship of Ashermark has been thrown into question after the untimely death of Lord Addison Marbrand. He left no clear heir, and hereby I name Tristan Ryger as the lawful heir. Wow, okay, so the previous lords, the Marbrands, they have actually taken it from the Marbrands have died, and he didn't have any legitimate sons, so the king has given it to the Rygers, which seems a little bit harsh, but fair enough. We managed to win that tournament, which is always nice. Someone's getting hanged. Lord's Reaver Sigfrey Stone Tree. Fair enough. Again, not quite sure. I think it's because he's hanged by... Yeah, we have all the Lord Paramounts in our important characters, so we can kind of keep an eye on what's going on in the kingdoms around us. But at the moment, not a lot happening in terms of our land. We're kind of just ticking by. Essentially, I'm waiting for these claims to be actually working. I'm still not sure why they're working, but it's fair enough. My son has gained poor fighter skill. My other son is 3 and my other son is 2, so there's some way to go before they can be trained in anything. My son, though, is 13, very nearly 14, obviously, because that comes after 13. Don't know why I needed to explain that. We can now take on our other son Victor as a squire, which we will do. So now we can really start to train him. Dorna Hill wants to pursue his career as a Septon of the Faith. Sure, no reason to keep you around if you want to go. So my son can now be married, so we'll have our heir at a good age, and he will have a Valyrian steel sword that his wife owns. Now I am hoping that once they have a son, it passes on to him, because we will be playing as Dunstan next. So if their son gets the sword, then basically we will have the sword. I think that... Oh, I paused it, that's why. I was like, why isn't it popping up to say it's accepted? There we go, they've accepted the marriage, so now our son is married. We'll ask for some dowry from it, because we are still quite poor. It's only 10 gold, but still, anything is helpful. So there we go, Dunstan and Lady Lyre. I mean, he has apparently gone to the Black Bog, which is a bit annoying, but they are still be of our dynasty, so they will still come back to us. She's Lady of the Black Bog, which I presume is just, yeah, it's just a castle. In, where is that? Rainwood. That's a bit annoying that they're all the way over there, but fair enough. So yeah, they'll still be of his dynasty though, so it's not like we're losing a son, basically. Speaking of, we do have a lot of sons, which could cause some problems later on. Lots of people are being hanged right now in the what's they called? Iron Isles, that's the one. I forgot the name of the Iron Isles, that's a bit worrying. So I'm just gonna... I'm kind of tempted to play until we can get a claim, see if we get a claim on Sarsfield. It's really annoying that they're not working. I mean, we can't fight them anyway. And they are trying to fabricate a claim on Oxcross, it just said. Kyle the Open-Handed wants to. We'll also join the Crown Loyalist faction, I guess, just to try and increase his relationship with us. My son Victor practically lives in the kitchens of the Little Glutton, so we can say eat and be merry child, which gives him the gluttonous trait. Birch him, which it feels a bit harsh. Talk to him about moderation, or pray the Father can save him. I think I'll go for that one. He's become temperate, that's always nice. So that increases his stewardship, church opinion, and people with the same traits. So that's pretty good. So yeah, again, as I said, we're kind of waiting to see what happens. Apparently Alianne might fancy me. It's not appropriate. No, I'm loyal to my wife, Lady Margot Hamill, the genius. So yeah, things are progressing well for the family in general, not necessarily for, you know, the kingdom, but in terms of the Cleganes as a family, things are going quite well for us at the moment. I mean, it would be nice to take Lannisport back, but the only ways to do that are to declare war on him or kill him, which seems a bit harsh. Peasants from the local countryside have sent a representative to petition for our support for one of their traditional carnivals. We give them 25 gold to host their carnival. Why not? Sure. The other good thing is Fang Tower is quite nicely developed and built up, so we are getting quite a lot of gold from them. So we get 3.66 gold per month, which is a decent amount for a size, for sort of a place as small as this. So pretty darn happy with that, I have to say. Although our justice is not getting any claims just yet, which is annoying. You realise to become a great fighter you would need to get in better shape. There's a great path in the nearby woods that will be excellent for running. Let's go running. Why? Sure, why not? Wow, okay, Goldshire's been really well developed there. That is a nice looking castle. I kind of want that even more now. What about Sarsfield? Is that the same? No, not quite. But they have built a lot of things there, so they're going to have a lot of men as well, which is a bit worrying. He only has 2.93 thousand levies, though. This guy has 4,000, so he's really the threat at the moment, unfortunately. Your ability to take down any man in a brawl is widely renowned. Many speak of your prowess and how it would be unwise to pick a fight with you. It feels good to be recognised. I think I'll wrap the episode up there, though. I don't want these episodes to go on too long, as I usually say, and then they're usually too long anyway. But anyway, I said anyway far too many times in this conclusion. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please do feel free to leave a like. You know, it's not compulsory, but it is always appreciated. In the next episode, we'll be, carrying on, training up our sons, trying to make them the best they can be, and trying to get claims on these individual little bits of land in Sarsfield and Goldshire, or Goldshire, I never know which. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.